Yo, what is up? Welcome to My Favorite Lyrics, a podcast where we talk about music lyrics, except for when we talk about other stuff. And you know what? Today I just decided I wanted to do an emergency future recording. I was just like, he's been one of the main characters of this show, and he just put an album out. It's called The Real Me. And I was just like, yeah, I feel like we got to get into it. Specifically because leading into this album, Future basically was like, you know what? I've put all the toxicity behind me. I'm not doing the toxic stuff. Now I'm ready to show people the real version of myself. And I listened to the album, and guess what? He's still basically the same. He hasn't shifted in any notable way as somebody who's been a fan of his music for quite some time. I think a big part of it was Future leading up to this saying like, hey, I'm a different guy now. All that toxic shit I was talking about, it's not that anymore. I want you guys to get introduced to the real me. And then there's a bar in the song Snow and Skyami where he says, trying to stay away from that toxic shit, but I can't deny it. It's almost like, I mean, I guess that's actually the most human a person could be, right? It's the most human you could be is like, hey, I want to push back against this thing I don't like about myself, but it is just like, it's in me. And Future's got the toxicity. That's just what's going on. And so in this episode today, we're going to go through some of my personal favorite lyrics, the title of the podcast, remember that? We're going to go into my own stuff, and we're also going to go into some listener-submitted stuff from this album, The Real Me. And then we're also going to dive into just some general Future stuff that's been submitted. I posted on Instagram asking people if they had any recommendations or anything that they've wanted to get into. And guess what? Quite a bit came up. So, yeah, we're going to be discussing that. And it's just me, by myself. I haven't done a solo ep in some time. Am I afraid? Yes. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm just talking by myself. It feels insane. I guess some of y'all would say it's the same as doing stand-up, but it's like, oh, what if you were doing stand-up and nobody was responding at all? That's what this feels like. So definitely excited about this experience. I'm afraid, I'm nervous, I'm thrilled to get into this with y'all. Let's dive into some Future. My personal favorite song from the whole joint is 2018 because he gets back into his la-di-da-di-da voice, which is to say he's talking all squeaky and weird. And my favorite stuff about Future is when he gets really strange and decides to do a voice that he never really does. The whole song just starts with him going, posted in the trap with a rusted 380. And it's insane. It's insane and it's strange, but it's also really beautiful. I went on Twitter and searched posted in the trap with a rusted 380, and there was like 1,000 hits because it just hits your soul in that type of way. It does, dare I say it, what Future does, which is something that shouldn't work, but it absolutely does. And in that song in particular, one of my favorite bars is, you know what? Let's actually start light. Let's start, maybe not light. Light's probably not the word, but we're gonna lead into the joint that I'm thinking about. Future on 2018 goes, motherfuck the broad, I'ma pour my cup. Say I switched up, codeine coming out my cock. Which I think is really beautiful, right? He's saying, motherfuck that broad, I'ma do what I need to do. I'm gonna pour my cup up. People said I switched up, check my cock out. That's tight. They said I switched up, codeine coming out my cock. He also he's getting cock back involved. That's what I'm saying. That's not a word that's getting used in a lot of rap songs. A lot of rappers are using it, and they're going in a different direction with their penis jargon. This man said, they said I switched up. No, I didn't. There's codeine coming out my cock. I'm the same. Incredible, 10 out of 10. And that's just part of the song. The part that really hit me the hardest on that exact same song. No, hold on. I'm not even ready to get there. I forgot about this. There's another part when he's still doing the little squeaky voice where he goes, see my dashboard, babe, by European. Nasty bitch tried to suck me while I was peeing. I let her eat it up because it was on the hand. To simplify that a little bit for the people who don't understand the squeaky, he goes, see my dashboard, baby, by European, right? Look at my dashboard. It's a European dashboard. Nasty bitch tried to suck me while I was peeing, which I'm with you, Fuge. I'm with you. That's gross because it's like she can't wait until you're done. She can't wait. It's only going to take a couple of seconds. 30 seconds, you could be done with the whole activity. Y'all could get involved in whatever y'all want to get involved with. But she's not doing that. He's trying to pee. She's trying to see that dick in the moment. And Future, I stand by you. That's gross. If anybody out here, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's gross because maybe that's the way that you like to live, and I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. So if any of y'all trying to do a piss situation, like live your life to the fullest. I'm sorry for raining on your parade. And to the woman who said that, or to the woman who's doing that to Future, I'm sorry that he called you a nasty bitch, and I'm sorry that I agreed with him. I changed my tune. I'm on a different side of it now. Also, but then after he said this nasty bitch was tried to suck me while I was peeing, he goes, I let her eat it up because I was on the hen, which he flips it immediately. He goes immediately from being like, she's nasty, I was trying to piss, to be like, yeah, but I let her do it though. Which also, again, that's as human as a person could be. It's as human as a person to be like, oh, that actually, like, I'm actually not interested in that. And then he gave it some time. He gave it some thought. He said, nah, that nasty bitch could suck me while I was peeing. Special. That's special. That's artistry. That's something that everybody can't do this. And I just want to be really clear about that. And now we'll get into ultimately which was one of my favorite joints, not only on this song, but just on the entire album, which was, I gave a check to your hoe, no pin. Future goes, I gave a check to your hoe, no pin. Which is really awesome. It's really awesome to be like, yeah, I'm handing her a check. I'm not going to let her alter it, though. I'm not going to give her access to a pen. She can't do nothing with it, though. Incredible. My favorite bar of the entire album. He goes, I give a bad bitch to my brother. She a mixed breed. I'm a fucker. Hit her in the bath. No bubbles. It's such a vivid image that he's painting, right? Where he's involved with a mixed race woman, which, God bless, live your life. Hey, we've all lived like that a time or two in our life, right? That feels totally normal. Then he said he hits her in the bath. He's fucking this girl in the bath, no bubbles. Do you know what kind of demon time you gotta be on to run a whole bath and not let a bubble be involved? Do you understand what I'm saying? He ran a whole bath. And then you'd imagine if you're this woman, you're like, oh, cool, we're about to do like some bubble bath activities. Imagine Future fills up the whole bath, enough for 2 adult-sized people. And he said, hey, it's time to fucking here now. And she goes, what about bubbles? And he goes, no. He goes, no, won't be no bubbles involved. Well, I'm imagining Future being like, no, we're not putting no fucking bubbles in the bath. I don't do that. We getting in there and we fucking on the flat water. We ain't doing nothing festive. We ain't turning the jacuzzi jets on. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing no bath bombs. We ain't getting nothing frizzy involved, not even for a moment. I'm fucking you, no bubbles. I'm fucking you flat, Dead Sea, the whole shit, not moving, no current. We getting it in. I hit her in the bath, no bubbles. Why can't there be bubbles, Future? Future, if you're listening, we know that you are. Why did you not put no bubbles in the tub? And some people are going to say, oh, Devin, you're digging too much into this. Oh, Devin, you need to just vibe. Oh, Devin, you're taking it too serious. That's the show. The whole show is taking it too serious. That's why I made it, to take shit serious that's not serious. Sometimes people will comment. They'll hit me in the comments. They'll be like, oh, so this guy's he's just gonna like make jokes about some stuff. Yes, yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. And guess what? I'm having a blast. I'm having a fucking blast. 2018, incredible song. Go listen to it if you haven't heard it. But also, I would guess if you listen to this podcast, you've probably heard it on multiple occasions. And, in the event that you haven't, get involved. Get involved. And Future, if you're listening, we know that you are. We really would like to talk to you. I'm not sure how that episode would go. You seem like you don't really like to do interviews. You seem like you probably wouldn't want to be silly, but regardless, I'd like you to know that the invitation is there, is present. Now we're gonna move on to another song. It's called "Build a Bitch," right? And for some of you, that's gonna sound kind of familiar. You're gonna be like, oh, that sounds similar to something like Build a Bear, like a thing that I used to do in the mall. And I'd be happy to report to you that it's exactly like that. It's pretty much exactly like that, except Future is trying to build the baddest bitch that he possibly can. That's where his heart is, right? So it's like the whole song is him envisioning, like, if I had to build a bitch, which I do like that the whole song is, if I had to build a bitch is how I build that bitch. I like it because it implies that someone is being like, hey, Future, you're gonna have to go ahead and build a bitch from scratch. He's not saying like if I could or if I wanted to. He is the way that he's like, oh, if I had to do it, which in my mind does happen in Future's life. In my mind, there is times where he does probably have to build a bitch in whatever way that looks. And you know, it starts in a good place. He goes, whole lot of self-esteem, yeah, whole lot of potential, whole lot of confidence with a rose gold presidential. Which is interesting to me about the watch of it all, because that does I like you're building this bitch and she already got a Prezi. She already has an expensive watch on just as you build her. I like that is like a necessity for him. That's beautiful. Then he goes, whole lot of loving on her, whole lot of fire in her soul, whole lot of sex in her. Give me your control. Hold on, Future. Wait a second. I do understand that you are building the bitch, but I also, you can't be like, yeah, if I build a bitch, I'm going to build one that I can control specifically. You can't say the album's not going to be on some toxic shit and be like, yeah, if I could build a woman, I'd definitely be in full control of what she had going on. You know, it's contradictory. But again, that's just human, I guess. Not me human. That's not my type of human, but it's kind of a human way to be, so to speak. Where else did he say? He says, whole lot of vacations, take shorty down. Whole lot of making up, the world go around. Whole lot of etiquette, she earned her crown. Whole lot of baby hairs, ain't going out of style. Which I think that's incredible. She got her baby hairs laid down and she's gonna be in style forever. I think that's really, really lovely. That his girl got her baby hairs laid. That's gorgeous. She ain't got no manners, come through with no panties. That throat she got, that girl deserve a Grammy. Incredible bar here, right? Because it's like throat, right? He's getting sucked off by this lady, but also the throat's so good, like a singer, she deserves a Grammy. He's saying she's the Aretha Franklin of the throat game. And I think that's really incredible. She deserves a lot of awards. I forgot about this. He goes, she's sophisticated with a little ratchet. She never needy unless she horny. Now, Future, it's maybe not a fair expectation to set. It's maybe you can't be like, oh, like, I like that she never needs anything except for dick. It's just not, it's maybe not a good place to start if you're trying to build. I guess, what are you trying to build? I guess that's the question. He's trying to build a bitch. Is this a bitch that he loves, or is this a bitch that he sees on nights and weekends? Who's to say? I guess Future is, but we're probably not going to get that answer from him ultimately. He says she never needy unless she horny. In the morning, I'm in her mouth right when she yawning, which it feels rude, Future. It feels rude. She just woke up. She first thing in the morning, she ain't brush her teeth or get a glass of water, and it's dick in the Future. Let me get my situation together first before it's. I just yawned. Now it's dick in there. It feels kind of inconsiderate, which also reminds me of a Future song. Future has this verse on a song called Red Leather, where he says, times got hard and I fucked off your lashes, which Future, times is already hard. Why are you doing that to this woman lashes? She just got them done. And now because y'all having a bad time, now you taking out the frustration. Now her whole lash situation is fucked up. Now she got to go back. And you already know the times is hard. The times is complicated, so you probably don't even really got. If times is hard, you probably can't even like get things together to get her more lashes. So now everybody in a bad situation. Don't act like that, Future. That's rude. Snow and Skyami. Really, really nice song. Really, really incredible art here. It's just about how he makes it snow in Skyami. And I guess the snow could be a couple of things depending on the way that you want to look at it. You know, it's either I can't tell in this one if he's talking about like he makes it snow like a colder version of making it rain, like he's throwing so much money in the air that it's like snowing down money, or if he's like, oh, it's so much coke that I brought into the city that is snowing in Skyami. Regardless, he's painted a beautiful picture, and it's where I'd like to be. He says snow bunnies all in Miami. I'm drinking lean at the Grammy. Oh, when I heard it, I thought he was saying he was drinking lean out of his Grammy. Or is he saying he's drinking it at the Grammy Awards? Who's to say? Regardless, he's painted a picture that I'm seeing, and I like it. Yo, Future goes, yeah, I'll pop a pill and a half. I'm putting these hoes to bed. I done stepped on so many bitches I shouldn't have no legs. Do you understand what I'm saying? My boy is such a big stepper. He's saying he shouldn't have feet. He's saying his feet should be gone because he's been stepping that hard. Y'all got to step y'all pin up, brother. Y'all got to step y'all pin up. It's a lot of people writing, but it's not a lot of people doing this. Stepped on so many bitches he shouldn't have no legs. He talking about he going Lieutenant Dan because that's how hard this boy's stepping. Y'all got to step y'all shit up, brother. Y'all got to step y'all shit up. And that's also where we get the bar that we talked about before where he says, I got too many of these Audemars hoes. I can't even hide it. I'm trying to stay from that toxic shit, but I can't deny it. He can't. He wants to be different, but he's not. He's Future. Shout out. Also in Snow and Skyami, Future says, I hit a little bitch in the lobby. I had her screaming my name. And I got some questions about this because it's like, Future, why are you fucking in the lobby? Presumably you staying in a hotel. You got a room you could go to. You go up to the room. It's probably on a high floor. It's probably a nice room. You fucking this girl in the lobby. Now you ruining everybody else's experience. You know what I'm saying? Imagine it's a family of 8. It's a family of 8. They just went to Disney World. They went to Disney World and they drove down to Miami. And guess who they see? Super Future Hendrix, knocking out a girl right by the concierge. It's just, again, it's like we got to think about, on a certain level, Future, we got to be more considerate. I just think and she's screaming too, so it's like loud. Imagine I'm at the spot, I'm in the cafe. I got wired headphones in. I'm just trying to listen to something, trying to listen to a podcast of some sort. Now I got fucking Future over here. She's screaming out one of his many aliases. And now I got to look over and now my whole situation disturbed. It's just something we got to think about collectively just as a group, because I think there's other people around Future. There's other people. You could take that to the room. Take that to the room. Start the bath. Don't put no bubbles in it. Live the way that you want, but also just know we got to be here too. In Trenchcoat, off of Future's new album, he also has one of my very favorite moments where he's singing and he goes, I fuck your BM on meds, woo. I gave my BMs away, woo. And the first time I heard it, I thought he was saying he gave his BMs away, like he gave his baby moms away, like he didn't want those women anymore. But then I went and looked into the lyrics and he's saying, I gave my BMs Loewe, like the luxury brand. Like he's giving them like nice shit from Loewe, which to me is kind of a worse bar, but he says it Loewe. I gave my BM to Loewe, which the way that he pronounces it in the shit does make it so much harder. Like that does make it so much flyer, even though I do like just it consistent with Future's whole kind of deal. I do think I gave my BMs away would have been better. And am I in a position really to recommend bars to somebody who does it professionally? Not really, but I did it, and that's where we landed today. Also, just sing that to yourself the next time you got a little bit of alone time. Just say, I fuck your BM on meds, woo. I gave my BM away, woo. It'll just, whatever you got going on, I guarantee you it'll make it better. That's just something I know from my life and my experiences. On Tank Top Pluto, which I think is another incredible song, Future's got a moment where he goes, I got 3 main bitches I'm loving on. I call my wife, which is, polyamorous king. Polyamorous king. My boy got 3 wives. My boy living like a sultan. That's really incredible stuff. Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to the way that you're living. I've never really heard him talk about having a wife in any capacity ever before. I like that he went from like being like, none of these bitches is my wife, to be like, I got 3 of them things. And I'm ready for the responsibility. Special artist. On Konnichiwa, another really special song about Future's journeys in Japan. He goes, I fucked an African bitch in Japan. Hold on. She goes, I fucked an African bitch in He goes, I fucked an African bitch in Japan that Jose Konnichiwa. I fucked an African bitch in Japan that Jose Konnichiwa. And I think if you just want to talk about painting an image, I think if you just want to paint just a picture of something that can be seen so vividly, I mean, that's what this looks like, right? He's fucking an African bitch. She doesn't talk like that normally, but she's with Future. She's speaking in Japanese. He also fucked an English bitch out in Japan. That bitch had Konnichiwa as well. It is interesting if Future got no Japanese women involved, because that seems like the main women that should probably be saying Konnichiwa. But I do like that he's got he's bringing cultures together, right? He's bringing cultures together, because he fucked that African bitch didn't used to say Konnichiwa until she got around Future. The English bitch, I guarantee you she was not saying Konnichiwa until she got around Future. Now guess what? They all around Future Hendrix, they speak in Japanese. They doing stuff. They now multilingual. I don't know what the African woman was speaking before language-wise, but now she's got Japanese in there as well as this woman from the UK. Everybody's saying Konnichiwa. And he goes, Konnichi, I just went to DC, nothing but the peach tree, catalog cheat. I just like what he's got going on, man. I just think it's good. I don't think overall in this album, I don't think that he goes into a lot of new places. I think if you've heard a lot of his output in the last, I don't know, 8 to 10 years, I think this goes right alongside it. I don't know if he has like a brand new gear to go to. Like, I don't know if he's got like a brand new place that we're like, whoa, we've never seen him go there. But I think it's because he's already gone so far. Like, it's hard. He might have out-innovated himself, because he created so much of a style that like so many people have like taken and tried to make their own, that it's tough to know where he goes from here. I am still going to be listening. I'm still going to be enjoying. I still like hearing the freaky little shit he be doing with his voice. I think it's fascinating. But yeah, I think the first half of the album really resonated with me. Let me just give it a look just so I see what's going on in here. We got Fucking Interview, great song. We got California Girls, which is the single. And I just want to point to California Girls really quickly. Me and my homie Donovan and Carlton were talking about this. Me and the buddies in the group chat we're talking about the California Girls music video. It feels so perfectly Future, because it is just him and Travis Scott in like a mansion with a bunch of like video girls in bikinis. But Future looks so sad the whole time. The whole time, go back and watch the music video. We'll put some of the still shots. I've got them saved. Me and the homies were talking about this. He every single time there's a bad bitch around, he looks dejected. And I'm just like, man, if that ain't the type of artist that's speaking to me, because it's like, you ever be in the spot, and granted, I'm not in that type of spot. I'm not in the mansion wherever they were with asses shaking next to my neck. I'm not doing that, but I have been in an environment. I've been in the function where it's a lot of women around and it should be a good time, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty sad. I got some shit going on actually, and it's not really hitting in that same way. And then he's also got Travis Scott. Let me find this. I think it's such an incredible image, because there is just like a whole woman's pussy right next to his head, and he's looking away from it, and he's looking downward. And it's like, yeah, that's actually kind of it. That's actually really honest. A lot of people won't show you this side of it. A lot of people just show you the side where they're running through all the bitches. Not a lot of people will show you the part where the pussy's right there, and you're just like, I can't even think about that right now. I kind of got my own shit going on that I got to confront. I get it, Trav. This is maybe the closest I've ever felt to Travis Scott. I've never really been able to like get his whole deal, but on this, I feel you, brother. I feel you. I done been there. I done seen it. All right, I think that's pretty much everything that we got that we wanted to talk about. Those are some of like the ones that stood out to me the most. But now I want to go into some general Future stuff that was submitted by the fans. These are all fan submissions. Some of them are from this album. Some of them aren't, but regardless, they're Future bars and they're incredible. And also, I'll probably go into a couple other artists just because we're here. we've got somebody who submitted a lyric that said, "Excuse my lingo when I call you ho, but bitch, you know I talk like that." Apparently, it's from a song called "My Ho 2," which is really beautiful because that does imply the existence of a My Ho 1, which means that he was saying My Ho quite a bit, and then somebody confronted him about it, and he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna need to address this. I'll address this on the sequel, My Ho 2. And when I address it, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to say anything resembling an apology at all. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, bitch, you knew what it was. You knew I spoke like that. You didn't have to come to the house. You didn't have to come to the house. I talk like that. So get with it or get lost." And, that's a way that I could never really live my life. But it does I've got a certain aspiration or admiration for anybody who can live like that. I've got an admiration for anybody who can live so strongly on their principles, even if their principles are misguided. So shout out to that one. This isn't even a bar. This is just something that a girl named Rachel submitted. She said, "I asked my ex what song reminded him of me, and he said the Percocet and stripper joint," which, hey, Rachel, I don't know your life. I don't know if any of that is really applicable. But I understand just title-wise, if it's not applicable to your life, why you maybe wouldn't enjoy that. I get why that's maybe not your bag. I get why you wouldn't like that your man did that. I will say, to your ex-boyfriend's credit, it is an incredible song. I don't know if you listened to it because you were probably offended by what happened, but I will say, go ahead and run that one time. Go ahead and run that one time. I think when you hear him say, when the beat drops and you hear him say, "I get mad zooted, I got this bad thing I recruited," it might make you feel a little different. I'll just say, just visit it. Visit. I'm not saying that he was right. I'm just saying he's got good musical taste. Oh, also, I got this fan submission from a bar where Future goes, "Bitch ain't seeing me, bitch ain't gonna pee on me, you stupid slut." Here's the thing. The piss stuff has come up now twice on the album. And it's both times him being like, I probably won't get involved with piss stuff. But then it's like, it's involved in your life. It's involved in your life, and sometimes you got to ask yourself how you keep ending up in certain situations. So it's like, I see you saying maybe the piss stuff is not for you, but let's maybe consider. Maybe just say certain things happen in a certain moment in a certain place for a reason. I just think that's the thing that you should, it's a thing to know. Cause it's like, like if I find myself in a situation where I'm just like, damn, like, there's always like ribs around me. Everywhere I go, like niggas is always eating ribs. Ribs is really present in my life on like a day-to-day basis. At a certain point, like I can't keep blaming the ribs. I gotta look at where I'm putting myself at. I gotta consider that. I gotta put myself in my own shoes, really take a look in the mirror, a hard look in the mirror, and be like, why am I always in these rib situations? Maybe Future, you gotta do that. Instead of calling her a stupid slut, maybe be like, hey, I'm ended up in piss play a good amount. People are offering up piss play to me. What's that say about the way that I'm living? I just learned something. I didn't know about this. My Ho 2 is not a sequel. My Ho 2 is not a sequel. He's using the 2 like as well. That's My Ho additionally, in addition to you. And the whole chorus is, if that's your ho, then that's my ho too. Which, that's just sharing. That's just sharing. And as much as it kind of sounds crazy, I think it's like, maybe that woman's living the time of her life. Maybe she always wanted to have 2 niggas involved with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think Future's saying it to kind of flex, and he's being like she's not yours, she's mine. But maybe it's like, maybe she belonged to the streets. Maybe she belonged to Future and this man. Maybe we're just doing polyamory, which is a thing that we've come back to before. Something to think about. And let me see if I got anything else that I want to talk about. Oh, yeah. And Snow and Skyami says, I'm having way more hoes and bitches than Nick Cannon. And I get way more Lydia, and I get way more fresh. Hey, it's a big claim. Cause Nick Cannon and Future both have started large families, you could say. So who's to say who's got more hoes and bitches? I think really we got to get the Guinness Book of World Records involved to really kind of count that up. We got to get an abacus. We got to get a calculator. That feels like it could take a while. I will say though, Future saying he get way more Lydia and way more fresh. I'm going to go with him on that. Nick Cannon, I've seen him wearing a bunch of turbans around. I've actually maybe never seen Nick Cannon in a cool outfit. Future, I think you got the edge up on that. Hoes and bitches, I think we're going to have to call that one a tie. Just based off of the families that y'all have started, but like, yeah, just based off the evidence, we're going to have to call that one a tie. But I'm going to give you the flyness edge. I'm going to give you that. Really quickly before we do get out of here, I do want to say I listened to the Steve Lacy album, and I really liked that one a lot as well. But he had a couple bars that I want to get into right before we leave, because on Show You Me, which is a song that I like a lot on the Steve Lacy album, he goes, hard to smile because I had the coochie stuck in my teeth. Been a while since I had some coochie stuck in my teeth. As of late, I guess I've been leaning closer to D, which I get what he's saying. Clearly, you know, by legend, Steve Lacy, but I'll just say for anybody who's eating coochie out there in the world, it's not supposed to go in here. It's supposed to get involved with pretty much all the other parts that you got going on in your mouth, but if it's getting stuck in your teeth, you're going to be getting some complaints. If it's getting stuck in your teeth, you're going to have to kind of revisit your approach. Steve, I got some notes for you. And whoever was stuck in your teeth probably had some notes as well. But you know, we all got our things that we're good at. We all got things that we're learning and trying to figure out. It feels like maybe this isn't one of your strongest suits, but you did make a really good album, so shout out. He also had one. Steve Lacy also had a joint called Doom, where he goes, "I'm a big baby sucking on big titties." No notes. Keep living your life, brother. Keep living your life, and I hope that's the way that it's going. Don't put nothing in your teeth, really, but like, yeah. Just know, hey, Steve, salute. Great album, and you're living a lifestyle that I endorse. So, shout out to whoever had that going on with them and Steve, and shout out to y'all for listening to this episode. I don't think we really have anything else bars-wise to talk about. We just wanted to kind of make it quick, and I'm here by myself, so we don't want to make it too long. But yeah, go listen to those albums. Go listen to the Sid album. Steve Lacy album I thought was also really, really good. And send me stuff. Send me stuff if there's anything that y'all are listening to that you really like, that you think I should know about. Oh, listen to the Kalela album. It's also really good. Yeah, tap in with me. I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to, and if you listen to this, you probably got good taste, so I want to hear what you got going on. And yeah, it's kind of everything that we got for today. Thanks for popping in for the emergency pod, and we'll see y'all again next time. Leia. Bye. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Executive producer, Lauren Mandel. Producer, Carmen Carigan. Our editor, Nicole Lyons. And yeah, that's all the people that I'm going to thank for now.